Briefly, Grab has been around for almost 6 years now. We are in 188 cities, 8 countries. Cambodia is our country number 8. We have more than 2.5 million partner drivers, and we are only in Southeast Asia, obviously. We completed our billion ride last year in October 2017, so that's quite an achievement for us. I was told by my colleague to share this slide because people are interested about the funding. So I think Grab has been really blessed by the support that we get from investors. And we have gone through multiple rounds with different investors. So with the funding, it allows us to scale very, very quickly. That's why we are able to go to 8 countries, nearly 200 cities, and the numbers keep changing on a weekly basis. Today, in Cambodia, we have 2 services. Just Grab, which is the cars/taxis, as well as Grab Bike, which is something that we just started about a couple of weeks ago. So please do try. Before I forget, there's a promo code for all of you, for new users, that you can get. So this is something I want to share. I'm asked by people very often, why are we successful? Why is Grab successful in Southeast Asia? And there's one strategy that we have been using in every market, in every city we get into, which is hyperlocal. I mean, Southeast Asia is, 600 million people, and so many countries. And this is not US, this is not China, where the market is so similar. Going state by state is the same thing. But in Southeast Asia, the 10, 11 countries, they're so different. Even if you go to a bigger country like Indonesia, it's different from Jakarta to Medan to Palembang. And so we want to always go in being hyperlocal. What do I mean by that? I'll give you an example. When we first started, we only have cash. Southeast Asia is still a very much cash-based society. So we want to make sure that most people can use our service. So we started with cash. Another example is Grab Bike. It's something that we started in Indonesia and Vietnam. And again, because we understand the local context, traffic in Southeast Asia, in some of these Southeast Asian cities are so bad that it's so much more convenient, so much quicker to travel by bike. So that is the hyperlocal strategy I'm talking about. So, why did we come to Cambodia? Maybe when we first started our market research in Cambodia about 6 months ago, we saw a couple of opportunities. One is safety. We think Grab can bring a lot of value in the sense of safety. Safety to the passengers, safety to the drivers. Convenient and consistent services. In a fragmented industry like where we play in, taxis or the bikes, it's very fragmented. And the services that you get are very inconsistent. And we think we can bring a more standardized service across. We humans are very fickle, right? If I go to a place, let's say I go make a passport, right? I'm Malaysian, I go make passport, I need to go in and queue up at 5 a.m. because I know I need to be at the queue at 5 a.m. to get the number. But I'm okay with it because I expect I need to wait there for 4 or 5 hours, queue for 5 hours before I get my number. But if you get inconsistent service, today is 4 hours, the next day is 10 hours, and the next day is, you don't have to wait, that's when we get frustrated. So we think that being consistent is very important. Have very consistent service. Each time you get, you know what you expect. So you get what you expect each time you use the service. Lastly, about improving lives. In many countries in Southeast Asia, the government, they are constrained by the resources they have. And we think the public partnership that we bring and that we believe in can bring a lot of value to Cambodia. Let me go through some of these things a bit more detail. I don't think I need to elaborate these details. I mean, everywhere you go in Southeast Asia, especially in the developing countries, these statistics are very normal. I come from Malaysia, as I said. I have a friend who sat beside me in my secondary school, and he died because of a motorbike accident. So we really believe in safety. Grab started because of safety. One of our co-founders is Hui Ling. She used to be a consultant, and you know consultants, they work really late. So each time, when she finished her work as a consultant, and she take a cab home, she'll be pretending on the phone with her friends or her parents, just so that the driver would not try and do certain, stupid things. And we think this is something that we really bring safety to the entire region. So what do we do? Just some things that we work really hard every day. We do background check. We require drivers to have certain ID, training, from safety training, customer experience. We provide insurance, making sure every ride on Grab has personal accident coverage. We take the star ratings that passengers give us very seriously. Anytime the drivers fall below certain ratings, we will suspend and retrain them. And then there's always, within the app, you can share your ride. There's emergency button. And again, just safety, safety, safety. Number one is always safety for us. Secondly, how do we provide consistent services? First of all, is to understand the pain points of the people you're trying to serve. For us, there's two groups of people, the passengers and the drivers. These are very common pain points you see. You have to negotiate your price, you have to wait, you don't even know what kind of cars you're getting. For the drivers, there's something we really want to take care. Many of the drivers, they earn from day to day. They need the cash to pay their rent at the end of the day, so getting enough jobs for them is very important. So here we're trying to do our best to feed our drivers, as well as making sure that the passenger get their rights and the quality they deserve. So how do we ensure some of the quality? Again, star ratings. Fixed fare is what we really believe in, basically upfront pricing. You know what you're paying. No negotiation. You don't have to worry about traffic jam. We calculate the price based on traffic conditions. Cashless, and also in terms of making sure we get you faster to your destination compared to our public transport. Last one is impact to society. It's something that we truly believe in, and we have started doing in Cambodia. We're really appreciative of the support that we're getting from the Ministry of Public Works and Transport. There's multiple MOUs that have been signed in a couple of months, and we really, again, think that Grab, as a whole, is able to do a lot more to the society than just, just doing rides, just doing transactions. So what's next for us? Well, Grab actually has a lot more services right now in other countries. So for us is to really understand, analyze, go to each market, and see which of these services apply and is relevant to Cambodia. So I won't share, as and when we launch, I'm sure you'll find out. So I'll just give some parting thoughts to all of you. Take it with a pinch of salt. As I said, I'm not an entrepreneur. So first of all, be relevant. If you want to be a new startup, it has to be relevant. You have to solve people's problems. You have to bring value proposition to the table. If not, whatever service you're trying to provide will fail. People will not buy your product. Secondly is on persistence. Disrupting existing industry takes a long time. It's not easy. We have experienced many cities where we bring in our service, and it just takes weeks and months of constant changes, constant persistence, constant hard work, and then finally you see the hockey stick curve where things just change and people just accept your product, and things will just grow very quickly. Lastly, so I've run Philippines, Thailand, and now Cambodia. The one thing that I always try to do is to build a team first. And in Grab, we try to build the local team because we really believe the local people are the right people to run the company in each market. And we want to make sure we build a strong team, because I'm always surprised. I can bring in a young, fresh graduate, has zero experience, but if that person is smart, able to make good decisions, and I give him or her the latitude to do whatever he or she wants, the results that I get is usually nothing short of amazing. And that's the principle that I've always tried to do. Get a good team and give them the leeway to do what they need to do. And take a step back and you see the results will come in. So that's all I want to share. This is our team. It was the opening, taking picture with our co-founder. So,
thanks, Yi. So that's an amazing story, the story of Grab here. And I think the really interesting thing is how you've been really able to adapt to the local market, as you said, which is quite different from other big players in the area coming from abroad. And speaking about that, so you've been managing different countries for Grab. What are some specificities of those different markets that are in the same region that you've noticed that could be interesting to between Philippines, Thailand, and Cambodia?
Yep, 3 countries. I think for me, one thing that really surprised me, let's compare Cambodia and Thailand. One thing that I really appreciate Cambodia is the openness of the government for services like Grab. In Thailand, we're still getting some friction with the government, whereas here we have the minister who comes and attend our opening ceremony and openly endorses. That's one. Market as well is a bit different. The public transport network in Thailand is actually quite good. The Bangkok transport network is quite good compared to here, where the public transport is not as good. So we see a lot more stronger demand here in the sense that people need the more convenient and the option of getting a transport is higher here than in Bangkok. Actually.
And is it linked with less competition here, or?
Actually, competition is more here, right? I mean, you're a big competitor, and then there's, when I first came, like, wow, there's like 8, 9 similar apps, which was very surprising. Whereas in Thailand, there's just a small number. Yeah.
So some questions, yeah.
So in terms of ride sharing, there's a fierce competition, and some people say that you guys are never gonna make any profit unless there's a global consolidation, and SoftBank CEO Masayoshi is the one. You think that in the future there can be 2 players in the market, or the market is a winner take all?
So, I obviously won't address any rumors or anything because unless my...
Has there been any rumors?
You read what you see in the newspaper. I think, first of all, to address the profitability question. So actually in Thailand, where it's a more mature market, we are in 13 cities. Many of the cities are actually profitable. So that's one. I think the competition, yes, is fierce, but at some point, we have to make money. So we are moving towards that, for sure. And in terms of consolidation, sorry, I mean, I can't address anything. I think ultimately, I don't think it's a winner-take-all thing. It's about who can provide the best service. Who can provide the best service both to the passengers as well as taking care of the drivers. It can be a monopoly running in one city today and a newcomer just come in, but if the newcomer takes care of the passenger more, understand the passenger's pain points more, at the same time take care of the drivers will move to that new platform. So it's about taking care of both sides. It's really just keep making sure both sides are happy. I think that's most important.